I am Koko. Pleased to meet you.
Those were the first words I heard from you. We'd never seen each other before. but I could tell you were serious about it. Never in my life had I seen a smile so precious. I curse myself for not being able to protect that smile. And that's the one thing you asked of me. That's why I'm here. Maybe this is only an old wives' tale. And if it isn't, I don't know what I'm going to face from now on. But I must try, no matter the cost. I have nothing left to lose. Because I've already lost everything. Come on! This has to work! What's going on? I just revived a monster! Why the hell isn't it working with Koko?
You will need much more power to do that.
Who's there? Who are you?
I'm the one they call Necromancer. Tell me, young lady, what reasons could possess you to enter my crypt?
I came to take Koko back. You're the only one who can help me.
Bringing a soul back from the dead. Do you intend to challenge the gods? Defy the natural order?
Yes, that's why I'm here. I will do anything for her.
Good. Then enter the dungeon and face me.
Claim the power of the Necromancer!
You set off on a huge journey without even knowing how to light a campfire? Who in their right mind would do that?
That is precisely why I needed someone like you to accompany me.
You don't want a bodyguard, you want a nursemaid. You should know something about survival out here. Now what? Gonna cry? What the hell made you want to go on this trip anyway?
Nothing of the sort.
Is that so? Thought you'd be running from home or something. You know, the typical spoiled brat routine.
I want to learn.
Huh? Aren't you a priestess? I thought you all were taught how to read, write, and do calculus, the whole lot.
Indeed. I was taught to read and write at the age of 4. The wise men of the temple took care of training me in all the areas of knowledge, as well as music and dance. I have read all the books in the archives, and have even been responsible for transcribing part of the sacred scriptures.
No other girl in this hellhole of a world knows half as much as you do, Princess. What's left for you to learn?
I wish to know how people truly live.
So, the school of life. Believe me, you don't want to know the real world.
But I must!
What?
Do you even have the faintest clue of what sort of place you broke into?
Your temple thing?
Not just any temple. It is the seat of the High Priest of Nodam, It is the most important temple on the continent, the cradle of religion.
Ah, the religion of Nodam. Do you guys still believe in that? They left us here to go to live isolated in their sacred land, free of any problems.
Father is the high priest, and he will not live forever. When he is no longer here, I will take his place. That is what I have been groomed for the entirety of my life.
And what does that have to do with taking a stroll on the wild side?
The high priest is the light that guides the Nodam faithful. Many come to the temple in search of aid. I have been assisting Father in his tasks, and what do you think I have seen? My father has not helped anyone. He has only ever relied on the scriptures and recited empty words. Words that momentarily soothe the hearts of those who came in search of relief, but hold no weight and make no real difference in their daily lives.
Maybe the same could be said about all religions.
I do not blame Father. Certainly it is his intention to guide these people, but he does not have the capacity. For one simple reason. He does not truly understand the problems the common folk face. How can someone who has always lived a comfortable life help them, relying only on precepts written eons ago? He does not know how these people really live. Neither do I. That is why I have to depart on pilgrimage and meet the different peoples of this continent. I must know what afflicts our faithful, how they live, how they die. I have to see it with my own eyes, experience it in my own flesh. Only then shall I be worthy of helping them.
So, what are you going to do once you get back to Euda? I still don't know why I asked that. Honestly, back then it didn't matter to me. And even more when you stopped every 2 steps to look at plants and bugs and scribble some notes. But I understand. To someone who has always lived trapped in a temple, seeing so much life and diversity, it must have been fascinating.
First things first, I will pay you for being such a good bodyguard.
Works for me.
Our journey may take a couple of years. Will you be satisfied with that?
If pay is as good as you say, I don't mind waiting. Don't have anything better to do anyway.
What does the everyday life of a brigand look like?
You turned your head to me with honest curiosity, gently and innocently. I just felt like one of those bugs you observed with such care. Nobody had ever been interested in anything about my life. I didn't know what to reply. Well, you know, bandit stuff. Looting, stealing, that sort of thing.
And killing?
You looked away. You sure had that question in mind for a long time. Maybe you feared the answer. No way! At least not for now.
Oh.
Was that disappointing? What were you expecting? I'm more about beating people to a pulp and running away. But some of the guys from my old gang, they could tell you all about it.
Your gang? Were you the leader?
Seriously? Who the hell do you think I am? Not at all. Just a third-rate scrounger. I know how to sneak and escape, and that seems to be useful for a bandit.
Escapism did not seem like your strong point that day. Sorry, I should not be kidding about that. As to what I would do once our journey comes to an end, I assume I will return to my usual tasks.
So, waiting for Daddy to die so you can take control of the temple?
You say that as though I hate my father, but nothing could be further from the truth. My life will be just as it was before, until Father dies and I inherit the role of High Priestess. It is my duty.
That's boring.
Let us talk about you now. What are you going to do?
Sell whatever you give me as payment and go as far as I can. I'll buy farmland somewhere. You know, grow some crops, raise some cattle, that sort of thing. No one to bother me, and me bothering no one.
That is a nice dream.
That'd be a peaceful end for a bandit. Much more than I deserve after the life I've led.
I may not know much about your life, but I think you deserve that much.
You went back to your plants with a smile on your face. That warm smile again. It'd been forever since anyone treated me like you did. Like I was a person. Like an equal. I'd been living like a rat since I was 9 years old. Stealing to be able to live one more day. Attacking innocent people. I had forgotten what it was like to be glanced at without contempt or fear. Can I ask you something? I'm sure I could get good money for someone like you.
I know you would not do something like that. I can see it in your eyes.
You're reckless. I'm not a good person. It was already pitch black. I suddenly woke up and saw you were no longer by my side. I jumped up and desperately started looking for you everywhere. Koko? Koko! Where are you? No response. While I was walking around our camp, thousands of thoughts started running through my head. Was it a wild beast again? Someone trying to kidnap you? How could it be I hadn't even noticed? What a lame excuse for a bodyguard. Koko! Shit, maybe shouting is worse. If anyone has her, they'll know I'm getting close. I then decided to search for you in silence, just in case. Luckily, that night was a full moon and skies were clear, so the woods weren't completely dark. Once my eyes grew accustomed to the dark, I could see perfectly. Where the hell are you? I heard a sound all of a sudden. I bet it was you. Don't know why, but I was sure. Between relieved and nervous, I approached. Oh, there you are! Scare me like that again and I'll kick your butt! Among all the possibilities that crossed my mind at that second, finding you like that wasn't one, I'm certain. The moonlight illuminated the lake, and on its shore, you. Naked. Taking a bath. Koko? What are you doing here? What do you think? I was looking for you, you idiot! I woke up and saw you weren't there!
All right, you found me. Now please go back to sleep.
I found myself incapable of looking away from you. Not understanding why. Maybe because this was like those old tales in which a knight finds a nymph or something in this very same situation, and he ends up mesmerized by her beauty.
I know I asked you to keep an eye on me, but not like this! Not when I'm naked!
How was I supposed to know you felt like going for a midnight swim?
Could you please stop ogling me already?
I'm not ogling you, idiot! We're both women! You don't have anything I haven't seen before. I'm going back to camp, and I wasn't looking! I ran back to our camp and sat by the fire until you came and went to sleep without a word. I guess you didn't even want to look me in the eye after the shame I put you through. But I was surprised by how quickly you were able to catch some sleep. And I was still unable to stop looking at you. Look at her, sleeping like a log. And to think she was such a mess just a moment ago. Maybe I should take a relaxing bath as well. Seems to have worked for her. Curled up next to the bonfire, you were sleeping soundly, as if nothing had happened. Or maybe it was that nothing had happened. It was just an embarrassing situation, nothing more. However, I was still restless, unable to remove that beautiful image from my head. Why did seeing you naked cause that effect on me? Why was I still so nervous? Can't sleep a wink. What's wrong with me? You moved a little in your dreams, and your blanket shifted away. I was, again, looking at your body from top to bottom. Then I noticed something that you were hiding under your clothes. I couldn't believe that. What's this? My eyes didn't trick me. It was the relic. You had it on you. Who would have thought? Carrying something so valuable would only make you a target for bandits. Is that what you wanted to pay me with? Weren't you supposed to give me something even better? So I never lie, huh? Bullshit. I reached out. I had the relic at my fingertips. I could take it and go. Leave you to your fate. All my problems would disappear and I could pay off my debt and leave in peace. All I'd have to do is pick up that damn relic and get the hell out. So simple. You wouldn't even know until you woke up, and I'd be far, far away. That'd serve you right for trusting someone like me to babysit you. It'd all be over in a moment. This ridiculous journey. I'm too tired to start running now. I should try to get some rest. Better cover you up too while we're at it. Good night, Koko. Maybe sometimes life can be like those night tales. believe it! You're 21 and you've never tried ale? Really?
Well, I just turned 21 today, and it is not something that is served at the temple. Moreover, it is not something essential for living.
Well, that ends today! We're going to celebrate your birthday!
What?
Fortunately, we were in Undira, the most prosperous city in the kingdom, and the only one in which I knew of a tavern where I could take you without anyone bothering us. People there knew me, and no bastard would have the guts to approach me, let alone someone with me. For their own sake, anyway.
I did not expect ale to look this bad up close. It really does not look like something that should be consumed. Not with that color.
I don't know how it is for little princesses like you, but commoners like me drink this instead of water. At least, this doesn't give you diarrhea. My parents made me drink it when I was a child.
I see. So you drink this because your water is ridden with disease. In that case, I too shall drink.
Bottoms up! And you drank the whole jug in one go. Hey, take it easy, princess. That stuff has a kick to it, you know.
Ooh.
You all right?
This is not the first time I have drunk an alcoholic beverage, mind you.
Well, I didn't see that coming. What, did you get tipsy in the temple to cope with your boring-ass life?
What are you blathering about? We use ceremonial wine for many rituals. We do not get inebriated like sad drunkards. It is reserved for special occasions. I am still quite susceptible to it.
Well, in the real world, that's what most people do. Drinking to kill time or drinking to forget, you know? Drown our sorrows and all that. So, what do you think of ale?
It is much more bitter than I expected. Nothing like the sweetness of the wine we use in our ceremonies. I could discern a hint of ground ivy, berries, and ginger. Those are probably used as preservatives, and that is why this settles in your stomach better than water.
Aw, look at the little princess. You're a beer buff already.
Of course! I know a lot about plants, both medicinal herbs and regular ones, their effects and their taste. And enough with calling me princess. This is nice, isn't it? Being together like this, just the two of us.
This is what I used to do after a hard day's work.
So stealing.
Exactly.
So you're saying they'd make you drink this when you were a child? No wonder you turned out the way you did.
That ale must have gone straight to your head. What my parents gave me was small beer. That has almost no alcohol. They weren't that thoughtless, you know?
I see.
You looked away for a second. No doubt that at that moment, you felt pity for me. And until then, I felt the same. But I wouldn't be who I am now without all those things I've lived through. And I'd have never met you.
Shall we order another round?
You bet! Until they kick us out! I lost track of time, and without knowing how, I was carrying you through the empty streets on the way to the inn, which fortunately was a stone's throw away, because you were a deadweight. You weren't lying when you said you were not accustomed to drinking. You weren't even able to stand by yourself. So, how was it? Did you enjoy yourself, birthday girl?
Truth be told, it wasn't such a big deal.
Well, you have to get used to its bitterness, but that's kind of the point. You'll get into it eventually. But of course, it will never be as fancy as the ceremonial wine of yours.
I mean, I like the company better. That was fun.
You had serious problems keeping yourself awake. But you looked as if you were making a huge effort to keep your dignity.
I love you, Tama.
I felt as if my heart skipped a beat. I hadn't heard those words in years. Shut up, idiot. You're drunk. We had been walking in silence for too long. Since we woke up that morning, we couldn't bring ourselves to speak, not even lay eyes on each other. There was a lot going through my head. I didn't dare ask you. But I couldn't take it anymore. I had to say something. So, are we going to talk about last night? You turned as red as a beet as you heard that. My cheeks also started to blush like crazy as I gathered the courage to speak those words.
If you think we should.
I took a deep breath. Look, last night we did what we did. I don't know if we should have done that or not, or if it's something that's going to cause us trouble, or if it's something you regret, but I don't. It was something I've been thinking about for a long time. I did it because I wanted to. And if you have no problems with that, then me neither. Your face changed from blushing to an expression between relief and surprise.
Of course I have no regrets. If I did not dare speak up, it was because I could not guess what you were thinking. I was terribly worried that you had second thoughts, or that the way you treated me would change for the worse.
So, we've been walking in dead silence like idiots for 2 hours when everything's fine?
I am afraid so.
We decided to stop for a while and rest under the shade of a tree. This time, you sat right next to me, leaning your head on my shoulder. I felt as if my heart was going to leap out of my chest. This was all so new for me.
I have long wished to be with you like this.
That's great, but don't be all over me yet. I'm not used to being this close to someone I'm not fighting.
This is a new experience for me as well, but it does feel like something I've been doing with you forever. Do you not feel that way?
I've never felt anything for anyone before, so I don't really know what to expect from this.
Just before, you said you did not know if this would cause us trouble. What did you mean?
Well, we're both women. I think you understand what I mean. Doesn't that book of yours say something about that?
This is not an instruction manual for life. This book contains what the gods left us as a legacy. Stories of how the world was created and the laws that govern it.
There's a chapter on the union of male and female or something, right? My parents explained those things to me when I was a child. They were quite devout, so I always thought it was part of the scriptures.
Yes, of course it addresses that topic. That is how new life is created.
Then the other kinds of unions aren't allowed, are they?
At no time did the gods leave us guidelines like those. I understand your concern. You think that what happened last night goes against the will of the gods, but I can assure you that it does not. Believe me, I have spent a whole life reading this.
It's not like that. After all, I don't give a fuck about what the Nodom have to say. I don't believe in that sort of thing. I live life as I damn well please. But you believe in them, so I thought that maybe...
If gods created love, and I can feel that love for you, what can be wrong with that? Who are we to cast doubts on the gods' creation? As long as you want to accept my love as well, then I do not have any objections. Even if we are both women, that changes nothing.
Koko, I just don't want your people to think you're a heretic. Like the Necromancer of your stories.
Worry not. Their understanding means nothing to me. We should feel free to love and be loved.
So this is what you've been doing all this time, huh? Ambling with your lady love. And here we were, worried for you, thinking you got caught.
Without even realizing, we ended up walking near Alice Woods, the territory of my old gang. I could tell something was off, but I didn't think there'd be someone pursuing us. I let my guard down for a moment, and that's how we ended up in this situation. Boss, let her go! She has nothing to do with this!
She doesn't. Do you think I'm a fool? I know your friend is Aoda's high priestess to be. They've seen you everywhere.
Sanzo! Tell these bastards to let go of me!
Well, well. Tama the she-wolf is nothing if she can't show off her fangs, huh? Good. Let's talk with the priestess.
Koko, go! Run away!
I am not leaving you!
All right then, princess. I figure you already know who I am and what I came for.
Yes. You must be the leader of the bandit gang that Tama was with.
Clever girl. But that's not all. I am also like a father to her. Fond memories of when I found her, alone and starving in the forest.
Sanzo, you bastard!
All that time taking care of her. And how do you think she pays me? Failing me, over and over again! This useless dirtbag made us lose very valuable cargo, only because she didn't want to kill those who were carrying it. As if you cared for their miserable lives. Do you even know all the troubles we've had because of your fucking fixation with not finishing the job?
There were kids in those coaches!
Shut your trap!
Enough! I was starting to feel a familiar metallic taste in my mouth. But I could take many more hits like that. It wouldn't be the first time. That wasn't what had me worried. Sanzo was furious, foaming at the mouth. Much more than I had ever seen before. I was completely terrified thinking about what he could do in that state. Koko, for the last fucking time, go now!
No one leaves here! You had one job, whore. Going to that damn temple, stealing that fucking relic, and bring it to me! What the fuck have you been doing all this time? Why the hell are you walking around the bloody priestess of the temple you had to rob? You were supposed to bring me that shit a year ago!
I told you I would get the relic or the money. I didn't say how or how long. Huh? Koko, please, it's not like that!
All right. Where's my relic? Where's my compensation for all your bullshit?
It is here.
Koko, no! You stepped forward and showed him the relic you were hiding under your clothes. Just what I feared the most.
Well, well, well. What do we have here?
This is the relic from the Temple of Aoda. This is what Tama tried to steal the day we first met when I found her in the treasure room.
This rubbish is going to make up for all this runaround, Tama?
It is made of an unknown material. The scriptures say that this is a legacy of the gods. It is priceless. You could ask for however much you wanted.
Sanzo, take it and let Koko go!
Let her go? You seem pretty obsessed with that. Now, what would happen if I touch her? Now, I'm sure I can show her a real good time.
Sanzo! Don't you dare!
Ah, now I understand. Tama the she-wolf caring about someone who isn't herself. Disgusting. You're not a wolf anymore. You're a bitch. So this is what you've been doing all this time.
If I hand this over to you, will you let us go? This will more than pay for what Tama could owe you.
But of course, Miss Priestess. We will take this so you can go to hell!
Koko! Koko! Ah! I don't remember anything after that. My vision blurred, and from that moment on, everything turned red. When I came to, I was completely drenched in blood. Covered with my own blood and theirs, who now laid at my feet. It was the first time I killed someone. And the worst thing about it was that I felt absolutely nothing.
It seems you still have your fangs after all.
Rotten hell, you bastard. Look what you made me do. What you turned me into. Koko! Koko, can you hear me?
Tama.
You could barely breathe. I could hardly hear your voice.
Tama. I'm sorry. There was nothing else in the temple.
Shh, it's okay. Stay still. Don't move.
I'm so sorry I lied to you.
I knew. I don't care. I don't give a damn about that stupid relic anymore. Please don't move. Can't you heal yourself?
It will not work on myself.
Shit. Shit! I can't do a thing!
Tama.
Shut the fuck up! Don't you even dare!
Tama,
Don't you dare bid me farewell! This is not over yet! There must be something I can do, I'm sure!
Tama, there's nothing you can do. I am so happy to have met you. To have fallen in love with you. At least the pilgrimage was good for something.
Shut up, of course it was, idiot! What about all the people you helped? What about all the things you saw? And all the things you showed me? We are going to finish this trip!
Tama, I love you.
And those were your last words. Words I didn't want to hear in this way. Words I never had the courage to say to you. even though it was what I wanted most in the world. After those words, you closed your eyes and never opened them again. I refused to believe it. No, this cannot end like this. There must be something I can do. And if necessary, I will move heaven and earth to bring you back.